would you say the main sort of pressure points are for CIOs looking for data center services? What type of facilities are they wanting to have for their operations? What are their requirements?
I've answered that question similarly previously, and I've described it as almost the perfect storm at the moment. We're seeing enterprises not wanting to deploy CapEx to build their own data centers. We're seeing massive growth in cloud adoption, which is also driving demand within the data center industry. And it's interesting how investors look at the data center world and see the cloud traditionally as a threat, whereas actually we see it as a massive opportunity because of the number of large and medium-sized cloud providers who come to us. I think the issues for the CIO on data centers and choosing to buy and how to implement in data centers is very much around the security element. So it's not just about their CapEx investment, but how do they deploy their services both on a private basis and co-location, but also connect to the cloud.
So does having a large-scale cloud provider in a data center act as some form of credential, a badge of quality perhaps, that CIOs in other companies can look at and say, well, if they can operate there, then that will work for us too?
It does add credibility, especially when people come to our sites. If we've got a 40 megawatt site and someone comes along and sees that the site is 75% full, a lot of people have come before them. There's a lot of engineering heritage there. And so that credibility in what is a ultra reliable requirement is driven by, I think, the success that's gone before.
And what sort of questions should CIOs be asking now in terms of their providers, and have the questions that they're asking you as a provider changed in the last couple of years?
I think they're demanding more of data center operators than they previously did. And if you look around the data center marketing collateral and whether it's proposition led, so therefore maybe less real in delivery, there's increasing talk about connectivity options, building out kind of orchestration layers. And so certainly 10 years ago data centers were not talking about what sort of connectivity they provided. It was simple enough to just say we're carrier neutral. And certainly all of our sites are carrier neutral. We've got at least 8 physical providers in many sites, 6 as a minimum. Certainly the capability to connect, and especially to the cloud, has been an evolving topic, and that secure direct connection is increasingly important for the CIOs we discuss with. And so from a connectivity capability, and then from the ability to continue running and be stable, I think there's differentiation there.